Hello, welcome to the Q&A, bookkeeping Q&A, and thank you, Cindy, for showing up and stopping by. We were just kind of briefly talking about just kind of some traffic things and kind of like my website. I got a new podcast episode, and I want to just kind of briefly talk about some of my strategies of doing that. Oh, I see a tail. Looks like the cat is there. I'm going to share my screen here because I just got a new podcast episode, and I was telling Cindy about driving traffic to wherever you want. And the more places you can put things, the better. Here you can see the website, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is my website, DBR Bookkeeping, and I have like my bookkeeping. I got stuff about my books, but I also have podcast episodes. So here, they can click on the recent episode, but all here is all my past episodes. But again, this is just another place that I can go and promote the video. And so when you click on that recent video, there's this takes to the YouTube. It just got published, and I've already got a couple of views. But in here, I'll go right. Yep, there it is, right here. I put the VSL video that was already made into my podcast. So I recorded a regular podcast. You can see this, right?
Yes.
Right. I
Yeah.
just recorded a regular podcast, and you can see them all the subtitles on the bottom. I was messing with some new features with my editing. Um, I thought that was pretty cool. But then right around here, it goes kind of like this blackout screen, and it goes check out this. And so then the VSL, the video sales letter, goes for the next 3.5, 4 minutes, the whole thing. And then it cuts back to me, and I kind of close out the podcast episode. My point being is that sometimes when you're creating content and just trying to think of ways to drive traffic, here's an episode, it clicks there, this goes to my YouTube, this goes to YouTube, this comes to the about page directly, and then this is just another way to get another click or two to wherever you want people to go. And if you look back on my website, so I have links to just my community all over the place. You can see I have a banner on top that
Oh, yeah.
I included, and this goes for no matter where I am in my website. And this was really easy to add, so and just kind of consistently stays no matter where I'm at. So this is a great way to make sure if you have the option to put a banner onto your website, definitely just it took like 5 minutes for me to kind of figure out where to go on the back end. But then I was like, oh, and then if you click on it, it takes you to the about page. Yay.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cool.
all right. And then even in my bookkeeping, the bookkeeping tab here, I have book consultations here and there, book consultations. Here's the VSL right here again. This is a link to the that video. Again, this takes it to the about page. Right. Just more links. Because some people will click here. Some people might want to click here. Some
Yeah.
people will click here. You just don't know. And you have to kind of just be creative and just put it in more places than you think, not just one area. And even here on my about page, actually on my home page, I think I have it. My home page. Yep, here's the home page. Even here on my home page, I have like, hey, here's a link to the community here, link to the community here. So it's
Mhm.
not it's not my business. It's not, again, I have bookkeeping, I got publishing, I got a podcast, but I'm able to integrate this stuff, and I can cross-reference this content to use in different ways and formats when you're looking at this. So to help, again, drive just more traffic. And with my website, because I know my website actually gets consistent traffic every day. There's people visiting my website every day. So, but they might be looking for they might go, "Oh, here's a podcast. Let me go check this out." Oh, they might click on an episode or two or see what's going on. And which is what we want. We want more eyes and traffic. You have any questions about that? Any observations?
No, I appreciate that you want to put it in so many places. I know when I've gone into other communities, not communities, but other YouTubes, I'll hit a link and it's not the link. I'll hit the logo and it doesn't take me anywhere. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, there must be where do I get more information? So you're right on. That's you don't know what people are going to do. Because some are the logos, some are tabs, some are
Yeah. Some might want to click here. Some people want to click here. Some people want to read this. Some people are going to scroll down. They might not come into here. That's why, like, working on the back end, as they say, is so big. Like, after I published all this, I checked all these little links Make sure they actually, like you said,
Uh,
go
Make sure
where
they
they're supposed
work.
to go. Same thing with like a lead magnet, anything with your funnel. Make sure it's actually going to where you want them to go. Test out those systems on a regular basis. It's really easy to kind of like just forget. Like for example, a good example is like on YouTube. It's on YouTube, you can put automatic stuff into your descriptions, and then you can add additional stuff on top. Well, make sure that these links are still going to where you want them to go.
Yeah, I can see where that would happens.
Yeah, it happens. It happens more than you think. It really happens more than you think. If you're going to put a lead magnet, like say, hey, click here for blah, right? And the other thing with YouTube videos is that, whatever the big call to action you want for that video, make sure you put that right here at the very top. Some people want to like put like in this episode, yada, 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 but you don't necessarily see that. We call that above the fold. When I mean by above the fold, they're not going to see all the stuff underneath. So what's the most important thing I want them to see? This.
Yeah, join.
Join. Click on this link.
Okay.
If some people don't put that there, so make sure you get that,
Right
that's
up front.
right
Right
up
up
on
front.
top. Don't be shy about it, because they're not. Again, this is just you want the path of least resistance. Because if I didn't put that there, then they have to click here, then they have to scroll down, then they have to find it again. So I actually in my description, it's in here twice. I have it here at the very top, and I have it here near the bottom. So
Wow.
so it's just part of like the strategy of what we do in the community, and just when you're in your marketing and advertising, and in sales, the most successful salespeople are the ones who ask the most. Who
Oh,
just present the offer in as many different ways as possible.
yeah.
And they ask those questions, but there's always kind of like towards that sale. So just something to be aware of as you kind of put into your content. That's why this is prime real estate, that first couple lines in any video.
Okay.
So just remember that. And the same thing with your about page, right? This is prime real estate right here at the top, right? So I updated my about page. I want to give like, some type of hook, right? Learn how you can save money. Like that's at the very top. And then I wanted to give something. So for me, one of my lead magnets is, hey, I will just do a free call with you. Just do a free call, and this link will take them to my booking page. And then I give more value because, some pain points, what's in all of this and all, and then, but again, this is prime real estate. So just be very aware about what is here at the very, very top. Just like here, this is prime real estate. What's here at the very, very top of your just of your profiles, your websites, everything good like that.
Okay.
All right. Any final questions or
Fine.
thoughts or just questions you have about the community or things that are going on?
Uh, no, no. I think your tips have been very, very helpful. I read them, review them, and I'm happy. I'm a happy camper.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for checking things out and being here.
Okay.
All right, then we will wrap things up. All right.
And
Again, we do these weekly Q&As every Tuesday mornings and here in Central Time, at 8:30. So that if you're in the East Coast, it's 9:30. If in the West Coast, it's 6:30. It kind of hits all of us in our morning time. If you want to think we should change that up, I'll probably be able to pull out there and try to find a good time where that would be in the community. Hey, maybe it might be evenings, or it might be on a different day, or maybe it's on the weekends. If people have some feedback on that, let us know what would work best, because I have a little bit of flexibility of what we can do. So this is not a hard time set. It's just a time that I think for me works well. All right. Well, thank you so
well,
much,
thank
and
you.
have a good one.
Bye.